perfect rounds, all 12 of them. Of course, we all know what happened in round 6.
You can rap a little bit.
Maybe you can rap a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe you can rap a little bit. I'm gonna start rapping, man. And everybody gonna be saying.
Al's has continued his back and forth. Pro him a serious beating when they are in the ring. Serious may fight talk to everyone. This may be the usual fight to talk to everyone.
Guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I think Crawford don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight for me.
Perhaps what makes it more disrespectful to Canelo Alvarez is seeing the difference between him and Terence Crawford. But we all matter. The heavyweight division should be dominated by the man currently dominating. In response to Terence Crawford's insult, he claims he would finish CWF even before they got into the ring. Promised to do what he hasn't done to his past 5 opponents, to Crawford. He said he'll knock.
To call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being
sap a man's confidence with body shots, as well as taking away his energy.
Alvarez's constant stream of challengers, including Crawford, claiming that it's an honor that everyone dreams of fighting against Canelo. Hearing the unbeaten opening, he is an entertaining, active, younger challenger who will bring a great fight.
Focus 100% on this fight. Look, I don't like the way he talk, and I'm not in this position because of any.
Has never been sold on the idea Crawford will do that. He's so undersized that he would have every reason to follow Alvarez. He thinks he can do Alvarez. He knows it's a little bit different at 154. Good fighter, but that's why they are overweight. I like Terence Crawford and his style. You can see that in that fight against M. Just different.
If he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way.
What was
I don't need it.
What didn't you like about how he approached? Like, what was
that Alvarez fled the suggestion that it might be best to wait just a little longer to meet unbeaten former 168 pursuers with whoever will be crowned the undisputed heavyweight champion. Russ Ball fought in Saudi Arabia on Oto. People want to see that fight? They'll have to pay. Alvarez said he's also interested in one of the fighters he most admires, chosen from Mexico.
The way to approach is not the way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody and I respect Turkey, but look, if
I'd like to go fight by fight, but I definitely would like to have an experience in Japan, Alvarez said. Alvarez has been watching. He went to Japan a lot of times. I want to go there and have that experience. Go there and have that in Arabia. It remains to be seen if he'll ever go, as he's highly dissatisfied with the forward approach.
esa pelea, al final
Claro que no. La quiero para mi hijo, por favor.
Sí, no, aquí yo creo que Crawford needs to fight.
Guard up, Canelo comes forward. Way inside. Most of the times he would just hook his way.
Alvarez might be looking to finally face David Benz in the near future. But the boxing star has asked for a massive amount for his fight, and Alik appears to be not in the mood to do it Alvarez's way. Turki Alalshikh has changed the dynamics of boxing in recent years. It's the main reason why Sweet Science is making strides in combat sports again. This Canelo-Alvarez issue is a shutdown to Alvarez.
possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that because you say, you must.
Having a conversation with the media, Alvarez says the million for his fight. Risk, he's a great fighter. He comes to the ring 25 pounds more than me. It's a risk, but I don't care if the money's right. It can be tomorrow. A $200 million fee would require a massive gate.
Payday, obviously, but I don't want that fight. I think Teofimo deserves more than me.
However, this does give us valuable insight, and perhaps
Then his E-Cardalaire demand. I heard Canelo said that he respects me but doesn't like the way we fight. It doesn't matter to me if he does or not, for the way I do. I know only T-target big flies, easy fight. Anyone who likes easy fights won't like that music. That's not all. Alshikh even questioned Alvarez's capability as a fighter. He stated that Canelo feels after 2, so he's been looking for a fight. I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting business with big money. Wasting our time and making excuses with big amounts of money that serves continuing my way to make services.
Yeah.
Turkey has said that he's not interested in the fight anymore. What's your reaction or your response to that?
The situation of things must be disheartening to have seen a fight against Canelo Alvarez. Fight that guarantees his spot in a tantalizing showdown, assuming an offer on the table. The money got into a fight, he said ringside.
It was no different from 147, to be honest. Israel just was a strong opponent. You know, we knew that.
But Crawford at the same time got focused on Edgar Banga on September 14th. Going to go back to my family, enjoy this win and the accomplishments I've made in boxing, and the accomplishment about the fight with Canelo.
The hand wasn't bothering me. You know, I wasn't really too much worried about the right hand. You know, he landed a couple of times at the end of the round where he was trying.
So important to me. It's another milestone. Another milestone, and financially with greatness, and financially with before Alvarez, started with Alvarez. Turkey had gone, and they began in the early days of some months back. After Turkey, the man who served as the figurehead for the Rise season is primarily responsible for injecting life into the boxing world.
Alalshikh say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight, and then.
Good head movement by Canelo.
And then continued producing boxing events in the United States and provided information on some of the top names he's already worked with over the past few months. Notably, he called out Canelo regarding a fight with Crawford. It's not something he wants anymore. Crawford has shared his desire to fight Canelo, calling it a legacy fight that could provide generational wealth. He publicly stated his din.
We will send you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it. But he said to me, send to me 2 Ferrari.
More likely the puncher from what I see.
Ferrari was to give the pay he wanted to fight Crawford, and he told reporters if that was a serious demand or if that was a serious demand. Response also unclear. That response pushes to abandon making a Canelo-Crawford super fight. In any case, the fight around us who have been around the boxing world for a while know it's a day-to-day concept in fight negotiations. Both sides fight, and it can and will happen. That said, Crawford and Canelo will be in Las Vegas. Mexican legend, the UFC, on that arts promotion. Willer, one of the biggest shows. Promoter interest. Alvarez seemingly threw cold water on the prospect of a mega fight with Terence Crawford. The Mexican boxing superstar emphasized his focus on his upcoming bout against Edgar Banga.
Because of any. I'm in this position. If he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way. I don't need it.
It matters to Alvarez. I'm not asking for that fight. Imo Lopez deserves more. Lopez deserves respect. Turkey is my response to Turkey. Yesterday, they texted me to talk about the Crawford fight in February. 100%. I said I'm not going to talk about any other fight. Focused 100%. It has to be Alvarez. No longer interested in pursuing the fight between Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
Pound for pound, you think that's fair to you?
You know, it's a few people there who deserve to be the number 1 pound per pound. And
Crawford hits just like a truck, bro. Just the opponents are jumping.
Decided to shift gears, announcing his pursuit instead. He will focus on building Crawford's profile in the U.S. market. Fighters like Haney, Shakur, and Davis. On theaters like fans, when he has a fight on his immediate schedule. How that point applies even...
But look, if he wants to work with me, it need to be in my way.
You said you feel Crawford is easy. You felt...
Crawford was contacted by Mond about the possibility of taking the February fight with newly crowned junior middleweight division champion Terence Crawford. Yesterday, they called me, Alvarez told PV. Calm interview before his news conference at the Beverly Hills Hotel. They wanted to meet with me and see about the fight with Crawford in February. I said, look, I'm not interested in talking about another fight after SC14. We then announced on late Monday night that we had an important meeting for the upcoming fight that we will make for 2024. I decided to disregard the Canelo fight. I don't want it anymore. Decided to focus on the US market with bigger fights, especially for legacy in the US market. I'm focusing on the RI season card on September 21st, Anthony Joshua. On the results, and the results of the RI season opening cards on October 12th, I will build the card for the rematch of Fury versus on December 21st. And another big card in the first quarter of 2025 for the rematch Fury Unified Super Middleweight Champion. Alvarez said he told the card in the first quarter of 2025, stay tuned. 4 division and unified super middleweight.
I'm focused 100% on my fight, and I don't really care about it. They called me yesterday. They text me yesterday if is it possible.
Eddie Hearn asked me if we want to talk about the fight in February. Turki Alalshikh wants to meet you in Los Angeles. I said, I don't want to talk about the fight. Few people obviously put Al on pause. Deep investment in boxing has moved many fighters to Saudi Arabia to never participate under his guise, came Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sea, where Crawford has made a decision to capture the world. Madison captured the World's Association, and Oscar De La Hoya attended a ring ceremony. A special induction. The fact never staged a fight ceremony. A special induction into the fuse.
Fighting, and I can talk about other fights. Maybe that's why he talk about that today, because I say I'm not ready to talk about other fights. And I don't really ask him for anything. I'm good.
Sap a man's confidence with body shots, as well as taking away his energy and every.
Maybe that's why they announced this, because I said no, I don't want to talk about the fight, Alvarez said. Very focused on this Banga fight. Very focused on previously to poke at Alvarez by saying he was investing in the production of the anticipated UFC. Canelo Alvarez here to disrespect. I always fight on Mexican Independence Week, have my fans and my people, and they never let me down. Alvarez, who's coming off a unanimous decision victory over another young contender, said Alvarez, who's coming off a unanimous decision.
Yesterday, they text me. They text me and say, we can talk about the fight